Welcome to YouTube, my fellow Utopians, okay? This is 7 levels of football playmakers. Let's get straight to it, dog. No further ado.
False nines, inverted fullbacks, box-to-box midfielders, yet somehow the number 10 refuses to die. The position of a playmaker and the home of football's ultimate genius. But not all 10s are created equal. These are the 7 levels of a number 10.
My guys.
At level 1 is Mr. 007 himself. Except he's now taken it to 0011. Depends on when you are watching this.
Bro, this nigga.
Before arriving at Liverpool for a whopping 140
Bro, he's one of those players, dog. You can't really, like, stats can't, like calculate his genius. He's dog, if you watch football, you know he's up there. He's up there. The shit this nigga do, like, oh my god, I'm coming, dog. I'm having an orgasm. You know what? Let me just.
Florian Wirtz was
this
a
nigga's so
wizard. He played like a young professor who could solve a well-mastered defense with a decisive pass. 8 goals, 12 assists in the league during their unbeaten campaign. And whenever he plays for Germany, he does this.
Touch, take aim, and then he finds the top left-hand corner with a belter. The Bayern fears.
And he even caps it off with assists.
I'm not mad at
electric. He bends the ball in and Sané into the roof of the net.
Wirtz is the purest version
and then
of
those short socks. Oh,
creator. Something similar to Odegaard.
I love playing with him
but in England, Wirtz is yet to click, and that's why he's at level 1. Not because he lacks talent, but because the style that made him irresistible at Leverkusen hasn't translated to England.
No, it has.
His strengths are subtle.
It has.
Space interpretation, tempo control, silent movement between the lines, and the kind of passing that looks simple only because he reads everyone else. But when your first 11 games produce
he reminds me of one of my homies, though. Yo, that nigga. You know that homie that you can just trust, like, you know, like, I know the ball's getting to my feet. Like, he reminds me of one of them, dog.
Talking about your end product, he's had a few flashes of brilliance, but a good number 10 is able to produce straight away. So if you cost that much of a transfer fee, best believe your output should absolutely be Messi-esque. This next guy wasn't a playmaker to begin with, but the impact he's had in the number 10 role is beyond imaginable. The year is 2021 and you're a Manchester United fan.
Did I just see Scott? Is that my... That's not McTominay. It's not him. This nigga put McTominay over. Bro, any Manchester United supporter right now watching, dog, fuck you, dog. There's no way you co-signing this blasphemy. Did you just put Wirtz? I know Wirtz is young and shit, but McTominay, Scott's my Puma McTominay.
Would you believe if anyone told you Scott McTominay could do this?
A header. Okay, you see? Now that's one of those things where, like, when I was talking about stats and shit, that happened one time. It literally, like last year, it happened one. We might never see him score like that again. Okay? That happened one time. We talking about midfielding, playmaking genius. This nigga showing a goal. This is 7 levels of football playmakers. This nigga showed us a goal. A bicycle kick. You see? Like, that star shit overrides the fucking, bro, really now?
Or this.
Politano delivers. McTominay!
Okay, you see, now I forgot he's at Napoli, you know, and stop proving me wrong. No, I'm standing on my shit. What the fuck?
The Scotsman is what you call an accidental number 10. One who also doesn't need to dictate the tempo. He began playing as a central defender for his country, even though he was a midfielder, used by Manchester United either as a defensive mid, but never a playmaker. But right now, McTominay is Napoli's unorthodox attacker.
McTominay going for goal!
Oh, what the fuck? What happened to McTominay? Jeez. Bro, I need to watch Serie A, though. What the fuck?
That's the Scot of last season!
Not because he's elegant, not because he's technical, but because he actually...
Yo, this nigga's better than Bruno now. Yes, I'm making all the Manchester United fans mad. This is the point of this video. Okay? Yes.
Delivers. McTominay's transformation
Jeez.
was almost overnight. Don't get me wrong, he always had his
What the hell
moments
is De
at
Bruyne
United,
doing at Napoli?
And those last minute, where did that come from occasions?
Gets the ball in somehow, goes for Delo. Pushed out only as far as McTominay. Drilled towards goal.
That was so lucky.
Knotted across.
I love it.
Oh my goodness!
But what he's done for Napoli and Scotland is something none of us genuinely understand.
Scott
Just like how
McTominay.
you are watching this and haven't subscribed is something we won't understand too.
Yeah, W subscribe,
McTominay is a
like,
different
subscribe.
beast today. For Napoli alone, he has 17 goals and 7
Damn!
assists in 50 appearances, and even picked
Oh.
up a Serie A's
I thought
Player
it
of
was-
the Year. What's more, he also ranked 18th on the Ballon d'Or, something I'm sure no one had on their bingo card. While Verts paints ideas,
Alright,
McTominay
see?
punches results
Nigga
into
throwing
the
shade on
scoreboard.
Verts. Don't ever
He's a
do that,
goal
buddy.
threat from that zone, and he's
Don't do
level
that.
2 because he's simple and effective.
Don't do that.
But as good as he is right
See?
now,
And then he
he's
puts
nowhere
Bruno, really? I'm not about to watch Bruno, dog.
near this player. So good, his manager can afford to drop him deeper.
No,
and
Bruno's a
still
great player. I
produce
just hate
number
the fact
10
he
men.
plays for Manchester fucking dick-ass United. Hate that team with all my dick.
Bruno is a strange kind of number 10. He's both the problem and the solution. He'll misplace a pass so wild it leaves
Alright,
us speechless. Then minutes later he'll drop a ball so
see?
perfect it looks like VAR
nigga said
drew a
he's
line
both the
for
problem
him.
and the
But there's
solution.
no doubt as to how good Bruno is. His numbers are ridiculous and his work rate is insane. And this is where the Rooney comparison enters. Because just like the Man United legend, Bruno was too good to be left in one position. Rooney started playing as a 10, then ended up everywhere. Winger, striker, midfielder, sometimes fullback if he felt like doing community service. Bruno is a cut from the same cloth. He's a 10 whose talent is too good to be contained by a number. At Sporting, he was the classic creator. At United, he became the playmaker, presser, ball winner, and even crisis manager.
And now they can first hand.
W joke.
There's a reason managers keep dragging him deeper. He sees the game 2 passes earlier than everyone else. He creates more chances than any other player in Europe year after year.
What y'all think?
He's
Is he a better like Premier League like number 10 than De Bruyne? Y'all tell me though. I don't know.
looked like a playmaker, runs like an
I don't know about
8,
that.
thinks like a 9, and he makes it all effortless. But if you're
Damn.
wondering why he's only level 3, the simple answer is the players above him will never be asked to play outside their speciality role. Because they are so good, they even have names for such playmakers. Level 4 belongs to the enganche, the classic
Enganche.
South American idea of
The
the
fuck is
hook.
that?
The player who connects the midfield to the attack without running around like a madman or pressing like his life depends on it. This is the level reserved
of course
for the
he's from
pure
Argentina.
thinkers, and the
My
man
people.
credited for
For those who
inventing
don't know, I'm also Argentinian.
this role was Juan Roman Riquelme. Riquelme was the last great
Guarazzi.
exponent of this classical role. His game was defined by a magnificent, almost defiant slowness. He set the blueprint for more modern-day enganche like
serious.
Mesut Ozil and Modric. Let's start with Ozil, the man who saw passes that the
Nah,
stadium
Ozil's
cameras
like,
weren't
yeah,
even
he-
recording.
he was an
didn't
issue,
dribble
though.
past 5 players. He deleted them from the equation.
And there's no flag this time. And Ozil with a chance
This
to
is
win it.
crazy, dog.
In his prime, he wasn't just making assists, he was inventing them out of nowhere. Then you have
Oh,
Luka
this
Modric.
like if you need someone to just like give a presentation of you, dog, you might as well hire this nigga, whoever you are. There's no way. I've never seen the amount of wordplay this nigga's. Wowie.
who almost doesn't feel human in this category. He's an
Modric.
enganche version 2.0. Light on the ball, impossible to press, and capable of turning a midfield into a living organism. Just
You
look
see,
at this ridiculous...
like he didn't have to add orgasm. Oh,
fastest. These are attacking players who didn't need pace or power. They needed little time to create magic. And somehow they always had more of it than everyone else. So why are they level 4 and not higher? Because the man waiting at level 5 took everything the Enganche stood for and sprinted straight through defenses with it. Stepping up to level 5, we introduce the Trequartista. This is where artistry meets lethal efficiency. The Trequartista is a playmaker who also happens to be a devastating runner and finisher. And the original face of this role was none other than Francesco Totti. The Italian made it famous in Rome. But the more familiar faces in our era are defined by Kaká and Wayne Rooney. Before that,
Wayne Rooney was a playmaker.
The player operating in the final quarter of the pitch. The Trequartista is the Italian term for 3 quarters. The player operating in the final quarter of the pitch. The man who doesn't just create chances, he creates problems. And nobody embodied that better than Kaká. He's the reason defenders had trust issues in 2007.
When I die,
he took
someone else
Manchester United's prime defence out and scattered them like a stack of dominoes.
Referee, I'm not so sure about that.
Here's Kaká. Seen on Fletcher.
Like, do this nigga know? Isn't this a playmaking video? I'm trying to see Manchester playmate. Is Kaká really known for playmaking? Be real. Come on, dog. And this nigga showing this one banger goal. The only play, like, you know what?
He's still going. It's wonderful from Kaká.
Kaká was the Trequartista in its purest, deadliest form. Long stride, terrifying acceleration,
that was crazy,
and that glide, the ability to get past 3 players without even looking like he changed speed. He was elegant, with a knife hidden inside. But the scarier version, the unexpected one, was Wayne Rooney. He wasn't a dribbler, he wasn't flashy, he wasn't even graceful like Kaká, but he had everything a Trequartista required. The vision of a 10, the violence of a 9, the work rate of an 8. Rooney played every role of it in his entire career and looked like a natural in all of them. Level 5 represents a level where playmaking becomes unstoppable. But ever met a player who was
boy, here comes the GOAT. True playmaking.
Level 6 is the hybrid of both level
True
4
playmaking.
and 5. This is the level of a player who blends both philosophies, the mind of an Enganche with the chaos engine of a Trequartista.
When we talk about playmaking, this is what we talk about.
Kevin De Bruyne. Because KDB isn't a number 10, he's all the number 10s combined. He creates like Ozil, he dictates like Modric, he breaks defensive lines like Kaká, scores like Rooney, and he hits passes that look like he temporarily hacked the match engine. But here's what makes him level 6. He's the first midfielder since the early 2000s who can play anywhere across the attacking channels and still be the best creator on the pitch. He doesn't need spaces, he manufactures them. He forces the game to follow his tempo. You know that feeling when you're watching City and everything looks calm, and then suddenly one impossible pass slices an entire defense open? That's the Trequartista instinct. But the way he always knows exactly when the game needs that moment, that's the Enganche brain. And that makes him the perfect fusion of the two schools. But let's be clear, this level is not about dribbling, flair, or even highlight reels. It's about control. It's about bending football to your will. It's about doing the job of 3 players. But as elite as KDB is, no one will argue in the comment section about level 7. Let's be honest, this level doesn't need any explanation. Because when you reach Lionel Messi...
This nigga, Messi's passing is like, I don't even know, dog. He's, like, I know De Bruyne is a guard and all that, like, deservedly so, but, like, a lot of niggas think De Bruyne is a better passer than Messi, and I don't know what type of football y'all watch. Dog, This nigga's gonna explain it. He's gonna explain it better than I am. Just listen to the shit. Listen how he's gonna explain this shit.
You stop analysing football and you start accepting reality. You want the enganche? Messi dropping deep and receiving from the centre-backs and dictating tempo like Riquelme. Except he's faster, more agile and a better dribbler. You want the Trequartista? Messi scoring 91 goals in a calendar year while also being Barcelona's primary creator. You want the modern complete 10 like De Bruyne?
Like, niggas actually think Ronaldo is better than this nigga. How are you everything on the team? Like, Lionel Andreas Messi, my father, by the way, was everything on the team at Barca. Both in every team he goes to, he's everything. How are you the CDM, the CM, the AM, and the SM? I mean, what the... You see? Just want to add M to everything, you bitch. And the ST. And the SS. Nigga was the L... What is it? No. RW at some point. At many points. One time I saw him play RL. RB. One time. Like, he was, like, dog. It's just insane, dog. Like, it's insane. He was Ronaldo stick to one role. Goals. That's when he started to become, goals. This nigga, every game he played, he was everything on the pitch. Like, you can expect anything from him. Either you want to dribble past the entire team, or you want to make a super part. Like, niggas who think Ronaldo's the GOAT, like, you guys actually, like, dog, I don't know, dog. It's like, it's getting to a point where, like, you know what? It's okay, man. It's okay. It's gotten to that point.
Messi has more assists than anyone in football history, while also having more goals than most pure strikers. His playmaking is supernatural. The pass to Jordi Alba that he's done 1,000 times, the one where he doesn't even look, just knows Alba is making the run. The superlatives from Messi never runs out. Messi is at the level where comparisons become meaningless because nobody has ever combined every aspect of playmaking the way Messi has.
Facts.
So at level 7, there's no debate, just Messi. He is the final boss.
Facts.
He is the undisputed king of the number 10.
Tell them. W video, honestly, at first he was pissing me off, but he started to make points, and it's one of those things where, like, I'm like a Ronaldo fan. I accept this was a factual video, Like, we started off with words, honestly, amongst all these niggas here, I'm happy that my Liverpool son got the chance to shine, Look at all these names here, This was fair. This was very fair. Maybe next time, I think Sharp's like it could be put there, Niggas are sleeping on a nigga named Thiago Alcantara, A lot of, like, niggas are, So yeah, dog, honestly, I'm not mad at this. I'm not, honestly, I can never be mad at this, truly and honestly. But make sure like the video, do those nice things, dog. Whatever y'all want me to react to, hit it, and then let's get straight. Let's get out of here. Why would I say like